Well, this movie was a surprise, and we finally have the perfect horror movie to watch while having soup. Hey guys, welcome to a new review by J. Mere. And this time I'm gonna talk about the new horror movie Cobweb. And this is one of those movies I saw last week in the theaters. So today I'm gonna talk about this horror movie. And like I said, this was a very surprising good movie. I really like this movie. And Cobweb, what is Cobweb about? Well, I'm actually gonna be very vague about this story because everything feels like a little spoiler. But what can I say about Cobweb? Cobweb is a movie about this little kid, Peter, who is still in primary school. I think he's 10 or 11 years old. And in his house, more specifically in his bedroom, he is starting to hear noises and sounds behind the walls. And he is worrying or wondering what those sounds are. And those sounds are actually leading to this whole big family secret. And that is basically what Cobweb is about. A kid hearing sounds behind the walls. And I'm actually very familiar with that problem. I have that problem myself. Definitely some years ago I heard some noises behind my walls too. Turns out they were just my neighbors arguing at 3 o'clock in the night. So no big deal. But it was just annoying. But let's go back to the movie. Cobweb is directed by Samuel Bodin. And it's starring Lizzie Kaplan, Anthony Starr, Cleopatra Coleman, and the kid is played by Woody Norman, who did actually a very excellent acting job in this movie. Woody was very convincing as his character Peter. Like I said, this movie was a real surprise for me, and I did actually not expect much from this movie. I avoided all the trailers, all the marketing. I did not see anything before I went seeing this movie, not even a review from someone else. So it was really a blind watch. And it was actually fascinating how this story was unfolding itself. And I knew from the poster that it was from the producers of Barbarian, movie from last year. That was a very surprising movie, also with some twists and turns. So I kinda expected that, and it did not disappoint. This movie has some twists and turns that I was really liking. And the movie keeps you guessing what could happen next. And I really like when a movie does that to its audiences. Keep guessing what's gonna happen. And you think that something is gonna happen, and sometimes you are right in this movie, but sometimes you are not correct, and it turns out differently than you were guessing. So that's very good about this movie. I really like that. But that's also the reason I cannot really say much story-wise. So I'm gonna stay as fake as possible in that area. What can I say is that the actors played very well. Every actor played his character perfectly. And the actors actually made the characters unique in their own way. Every character is different than the other, and that also contributes to the story. You never know what you're gonna expect from a character. The best character is easily Peter. Even though he's a kid, you can really relate to the kid. You can really understand him. You are supporting for him and rooting for him, and you understand his actions. Though some actions are not really to root for, but cannot say more than that. So a very well acted movie, great characters. The horror is excellent. It really feels like a horror movie. It's actually a horror movie that is taking place around Halloween. And I actually would say that this is also a perfect movie to watch in the Halloween season. And also the visual style is very interesting. I really like some of these directing choices visually from the director. You can tell that this movie has its own visual style. So also a big plus on that. And The movie really took some inspiration from some fairy tales. Tangled is one that comes to mind, maybe a very obvious one. You will get me when you see the movie. But also it took some inspiration from Halloween, the movie, the John Carpenter movie. Like I said, it takes place around Halloween, like 1 week before Halloween. The town, it's called like Holdenfield or something like that, so it's very close to Haddonfield, the town from Halloween. And also there is this one shot in the movie where Peter is walking with a pumpkin in his hand and then some bullies are around there, and that is very similar to something we already have seen in the movie Halloween. So I think it really took inspiration from Halloween. Maybe some homage, maybe it's meant as an homage, I don't know, but it was obvious. I don't mind actually. So in general, it's a very likable horror movie, very surprising horror movie, and I would even dare to say that this is one of the best horror movies of this year so far. So I would definitely recommend this. Definitely to horror fans, they probably have seen this already. But also non-horror fans, please go watch this movie. You will have a blast with it. I really believe so. So those were my thoughts. I really hope you liked my review. Thanks for watching my review. Always be free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Would love to read those. And till the next time.